All right, practice slides. As promised, we're going to do a quiz on Erikson's theory. So if I'm in the intimacy stage, how old am I and what's my main goal? If I'm in the intimacy stage, my age is adulthood, like 18 to 30 or 40, I guess. And my main goal is to establish and maintain an intimate relationship. Trust. So if I'm in the trust stage, I'm an infant between birth and 18 months, and my main goal is to feel that I can trust my environment to meet my needs. Integrity. So this is the last stage from like 65 and up or 60 and up, where you need to maintain your sense of identity despite the losses inherent with aging. That's integrity. Generativity, that is later adulthood, like age 40 to 65, where you still need to feel productive. You've already established your intimate relationships. You can either do generativity or you can do despair, depending on how things have gone. Autonomy. So if you're in this stage, you're about 18 months to 3 years. The main goal is to be more autonomous or more independent from your caregivers, manage your own bodily functions, that kind of thing. Identity. So obviously identity has to do with teenagers. Your goal is to establish who you are, what you like, what's meaningful to you, etc. Industry. So that's later childhood from age 5 to 11, where you are busy, you need to feel competent, you are engaging in industrious activities, I suppose. And initiative comes right before that. You're 3 to 5 years old, you're just trying everything and being very active and very busy. All right, let's quiz Piaget. So remember his formal operational stage. You can think abstractly. You have that personal fable where you think you're indestructible, and you have the imaginary audience because you're just newly aware that people can see you. Sensory motor, the main thing to know about that is that you establish object permanence around 5 to 6 months. Concrete operational stage, you can think logically, but you can only think logically with concrete situations. Pre-operational is pre-logic. You cannot conserve liquid, number, or length, or mass. You can't do conservation with anything. And you have centration, which means you can only see things from one point of view, usually your own. All right, so key concepts for Piaget. Where do you establish object permanence? That is the sensory motor stage. How about errors in conservation of mass, liquid? That's pre-operational. How about when you can practice conservation of all those things, but you can think logically only with concrete tasks? That is concrete operations. You can't think logically with abstract tasks. And you also have that more egocentric thinking where you're the center of the world, you're indestructible, people can see you, you must be super important. That is formal operational. All right, so you cannot perform any conservation tasks. That is the hallmark of pre-operational. Everyone is noticing what kind of clothing I have. That is the formal operational stage where you have that imaginary audience. No object permanence. Hopefully you know that's sensory motor. Logical thought, but only with concrete items. So that is concrete operations. You can think logically, but you can't think abstractly. You cannot feel empathy. So that's the same thing as saying that you can only see things from one point of view. That's pre-operational. Abstract reasoning, formal operational. Identity foreclosure, it's a little out of place, but remember when you're in that teenage stage, you don't want to do just what everyone else says you should do. I mixed Erikson with Piaget, but I think you'll forgive me because identity foreclosure is something important to know. And that would come in the formal operational stage of Piaget, but also Erikson's identity stage. So there are the theories. All right, so we also talked about secure attachment, avoidant attachment, and anxious attachment. Secure attachment, know what the child does in the absence of the mother for each of these, and know what the child does upon the reunion with the mother for each of these. So there you go. There you go. And there you go. So we also talked about married people largely being happier at every stage than their unmarried counterparts. If you've ever been married, you're happier. We also talked about the introduction of children into a marriage and how that decreases marital satisfaction. Talked about why that might be the case. Regarding parenting, we have high expectations, low expectations, high warmth and low warmth. Make sure you know those. So here's the quiz on that. Match the type of parenting with the label. So low expectations, low warmth would be which one? Pause. So the answer is low expectations, low warmth is neglectful. How about low expectations, high warmth? Pause. So the answer is low expectations, high warmth, that's permissive. How about high expectations, low warmth? Pause. So high expectations, low warmth is authoritarian. How about high expectations, high warmth? Pause. So high expectations, high warmth is authoritative, which is the one you want. All right, match the types of marriage with their label. Strong bond, few areas of disagreement. That would be harmonious marriage. So the other one, partners that are similar to one another, that is associated with what's called a vital marriage. All right, let's quiz Kohlberg. So remember, Kohlberg has premoral, conventional, and some call it post-conventional, so I added the word post there. This particular slide calls it principled level, but make sure you understand these. Pause and take a look, because I'm just about to ask you to identify them. All right, if you have universal guidelines for moral and ethical behavior, that is post. How about if you have that sort of good girl thing where I want you to see me as a good girl or a good boy. I'm going to do what you want me to do because I want you to like me. That is conventional. If I can do it, I'll do it if I can get away with it. What kind of thinking is that, according to Kohlberg? That is pre-conventional. How about if I benefit, I'll do it? That would be pre-conventional. So just take a look again. Okay, how about we should keep order in society? That's conventional. How about I'm going to obey you so that you'll like me? That is pre-conventional. All right, that does it. Good luck.